John, John, wake up. How are you, John? I want to play a game with you. Let's play a hide and seek. Close your eyes and count to 10.
Okie dokie then. So, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to something called Confused Rooms. Hide and seek. Find blib. Or alternatively, find an explanation as to why the audio in this game is so very monstrously low. Anyway. So, the interior design of this game may seem vaguely familiar to you, and that's because I've actually... That sounded really loud. Is that just because I had to put the volume up because I could barely hear a word that man was saying? And I used the word man in its loosest, most generous and charitable sense. Ah, literal skeletons in the closet. Lovely stuff. Yes, you might find the interior design of this place is a little bit familiar, and there is a very good reason for that. That's because this game is made by the same fine fellow, or fellow-ess, or fellow-et, that made a handful of other games that I've played on the channel. One called Evening. Friend. Can I shut this? No? Okay. This is just a situation I'm going to have to deal with for the rest of my life, it would seem. Including a game called The Last Wish, which I think turned up in a foursome or a quadruple shotgun at some point. A game called Entertain Me. Ooh! Whoop-de-doodle, we get to go to Narnia. Which turned up in an outtakes video a little while ago. And... Damn it, what was the other one called? This is embarrassing. And also a game called Play Alone, which you might remember. We played that a little while ago. Oh, a stamina bar, and a drugs trip, and a violin which I feel is about to penetrate somebody. Oh, not this again! No. Oh, hi, gentlemen. Oh, my giddy aunt. The last time somebody played this game... Giddy aunt, I cannot speak today. The last time somebody played this piece of music in a video game, I got a horrific copyright strike for it. What the heck is going on with this? Why is this a thing that exists? And also, what is that? It seems like someone's firing a nail gun. Perhaps I'd better leave. Yeah, that seemed to solve the situation. Okie dokie, so I don't think that was the same bloke as before, unless he put on an enormous amount of weight, which would possibly explain his sudden change in diet and his desire to consume me. So yes, previously I didn't realise that all of those games, and indeed this game, was linked until I looked at the name of the creator and thought, that seems oddly familiar, where have I seen that before? And then it suddenly struck me that they were all made by the same person, which explains why they all look practically identical. But it does mean this game has an absolute pedigree for being weird. But also I'm slightly confused about why that song was being played. Do I have a flashlight? No, seemingly not. I apologise if you can see nothing at all. Okay, why is the SCP logo here? Yeah, I'm slightly confused by that song, which I think is done by somebody who I think is a man, but sounds like a woman. I think they're called Tiny Tim. I don't know. It was in a game called, I want to say it was called Outbreak? Something like that. It was a relatively short thing that turned up somewhere. I've made nearly 300 videos, alright, about 450 different games. It's quite difficult to remember them all. And yeah, we got a horrible copyright strike for including that, and I think I ended up having to mute that section at some point. So I look forward to having to fight that battle all over again when this video potentially goes up, if I can figure out why under the sun the SCP logo is here. And why this room is so dark. It's not just the additional difficulty of not being able to see where under the sun I'm going that makes me dislike dark places. It's also the fact that because there's nothing to see, there's nothing to talk about. which means I have to drone on about tripe. And I know what you're thinking, but Phil, you do that all the time in every single video that you've ever made on this accursed channel, and yes, I wholeheartedly agree with you. But never mind. Seriously, what is up with these chairs? I don't know, but I quite like them. I quite like the physics on them. I don't really get how they work, but they entertain me. They entertain me enormously. Okay, back through the wardrobe portal I go again. So, a table and chairs in the wardrobe. Me and my wacky views about keeping clothes in... Oh, hello. Keeping clothes in wardrobes.
I don't know what you're saying, but I like it. I like some penis. I mean, watching a movie.
Go to the number 2 house and get the violin. I do not wish to be mean about this man or woman's work, but I could describe an awful lot of it as a number 2. Right. So, you want me to return to get the violin? I mean, I know me, of all people, I want to talk about audio balancing issues, but seriously. Between this and Play Alone, I don't remember Entertain Me having that many problems with the audio balancing, but I don't know, maybe these are older projects, but this and Play Alone certainly do have some slight problems with the dialogue being extremely quiet. That's always a worry in random indie games when they have quiet volume, because you become paranoid of turning the volume on really high, because you think there's going to be a jump scare at the end, which is then going to blow out your eardrums and make your neighbours send a very angry letter through your door. Anyway, hang on a minute. The kitty art. Who ordered the massive masochist's fleshlight table? The kitty aunt. Thank you to whomever shut that door. I am most grateful and forever in your debt.
Known classification as B has been found. He's a kid.
Well, that answers one question. And raises 100 others.